Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Kring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, babe. How you doing?
Good. Oh, man.
This is one of those days. This is like one of those, we gotta do it right days. We gotta be efficient days.
Oh, do we have to be efficient today?
Well, we're up.
It's like before 8. Mm-hmm. 8 is 8 a.m. is our wake-up time.
8 is the wake-up time, yes.
That's what we like.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's what makes sense because we like to stay up a little late.
You know, there are people that are total haters.
Of what?
There are just people whose lives are they're up at 6 o'clock in the morning or they're up at 4 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. And they hear someone like us is like, well, 8 o'clock, that's when we get up. And now they hate us.
Oh, they just hated us.
They just hate us. Yeah, they hate us. They hate our life. They hate our privilege.
I have to warn you, if that's the reason why you hate me, you could have picked an even better reason, really.
I would be happy to give you a more profound reason to hate me, if you wish.
Yeah.
I'm starting on a movie. And this is a film that I'm ADing. One of the things you always forget about making movies until you actually are in the process, preparing yourself and, actually showing up on a set is how early you have to start waking up.
Right.
Most of our call times are 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably have to be up at 6:30 or something like that, preparing myself.
Oh, it takes that long to get your look together?
Mostly it's just trying to scrape the crusties out of my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Is that what your mom and called them? Did you call them eye crusties, or you call them boogers, or what?
No, we call it sleep.
Oh.
Sleep in your eyes.
There's some song where it's rubbing. Man, my brain is working this morning.
Oh.
It's the Monkees song. Where he says he rubs the sleep out of his eyes. I believe it's Daydream Believer.
Yeah, that is the lyric. I never really thought of it that way. I guess I thought of it in a more poetic way.
Well, I mean, I guess it is poetic.
That's what my mom always called it.
Yeah, you gotta rub the sleep. You got sleep in your eyes.
I've heard eye boogies and...
Eye boogies, yeah.
And all kinds of, it's so weird how... that's a family culture. Right? That's just your family culture. There's certain words that families use to refer to private parts. And that changes too.
Wasn't one of the words that your family used your monkey?
I think my grandmother, my mom's mother, called it a monkey. Which is pretty accurate. Well, there's a lot of monkey business that goes on down there.
There is a lot of monkey business. That's right. And there's something involving a banana.
Oh. I gotta tell you, I think you laid down at about 11:30 last night. And I was going to do a simple thing on the desktop computer in the office near the bedroom. Back up one hard drive.
Okay.
Sometimes it will eject itself, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with updating my OS. But okay. I don't like it when a hard drive ejects itself. It makes me wonder if it's failing. So okay. I'm not going to lose anything. I want to back that up as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. I go to turn the big desktop on.
The big desktop on.
Why is that a tongue twister?
That is a tongue twister.
It gets stuck. It's like Apple logo and it gets stuck. I'm like, this is annoying. So I turn it off. I'm like, just restart. Well, this starts an entire saga of the computer is kaputskis. It's dead. It's a brick.
Oh my God, that is terrifying to you. That's like your nightmare.
I am on an anti-anxiety medication, and that helped a lot. Kept Googling what to do if your Mac won't turn on, or if it's stuck at the Apple logo, or what to do. And I'm pushing buttons and holding them, and literally, hand combinations like this, they don't work, so you're just holding them indefinitely, and right. Sweat rolling down your face. Are these ever going to work?
This is all the drama that was happening while I'm just sawing logs over there.
You're just I'm in some menu, never seen it, tried to reload the OS, come to find out that would have wiped all of the stuff on that computer for me.
Oh my God.
One of the things that I read, though, said that sometimes it can be because there's another hard drive attached to the computer. I was like, I'm just going to unplug everything from the back of this damn computer, right?
Okay.
So I look around the back and the little SD card is stuck in there.
In the computer?
A little SD card is in its little SD card slot. Never thought about it. Never crossed my mind that there was an SD card plugged in back there. Weeks ago, I had gotten some information off of it and just left it. I'm in there. I'm like, okay, let's do first aid on the hard drive. I said restart. And I talked to the computer.
You talked to the computer.
And kind of prayed and talked. And I was like,
Prayed, talked, yes.
Please work. This is what I need to happen.
Right.
I am at the absolute end of my knowledge and ability in this area.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I hate my husband over there who has been sleeping through this whole thing.
I don't care because I think about, it's going to be really funny to relay this whole saga when you wake up.
Right.
I love you. You're a great computer. You're way too young for this to be happening to you.
That's a good point. That's right. Exactly.
And I'm just telling the computer, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can turn on.
You can.
The bar goes where it's never been before.
There you go.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm so happy for you. You did it. And I'm like, you did it.
That's
you
right.
did it, bitch.
This was like Lazarus being resurrected by Christ.
I just begged and prayed the computer so hard that it didn't want to disappoint me.
I think
I was so excited about it. I did want to wake you up.
I do want to say, to your credit, that there was a time in your life where something like that would happen that you might have woke me up crying.
Oh, sure. I'm still not above that.
Losing your shit.
Mm-hmm. That panic comes from, being an editor.
Right.
And needing your tool.
Right.
Without your tool, without your hard drive with all your footage on it, and without your computer, there's no editing going on.
Right. I've been in pre-production with this script.
That has really inspired me to think about all of the pre-pro that we've ever done, which is a lot. I think this episode is specifically, if you're a filmmaker in any capacity, if you write scripts.
Does this mean we can't have any fun now?
No, we can have fun.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's knowledge you already have.
Yes.
But if it's not...
That's the thing about knowledge. You can't tell whether or not somebody actually has it or not. When you hear somebody else's way of expressing an idea that you normally, just go, oh, this is the way I always think about it, I find that valuable.
I'm going to call this the pre-production crime scene.
Forensics.
We're doing forensics.
We're doing some forensics.
That's good.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
When you are writing a script, think about the breakdown. What is the breakdown of the script going to look like? Not to the detriment of your creativity. Get it all out, okay? Mm-hmm. And then when you go back, this is what I have a gripe with. Scene headings. The scene heading, if you don't know, is the exterior hospital day. You might be breaking down a script and you might have a scene that said interior hospital hallway day. And then you may have another scene that said interior Dr. Kring's office day. Then you may have interior bathroom night, exterior parking lot night.
Right. And in your head, that's all the hospital.
The person breaking down your script does not know that.
No.
The slug line, the description of the scene heading under it may be, Jordan walks to the door.
Right.
It may have no information about the hospital.
Right.
So when we're looking at it, we're like, oh, that's a parking lot. Oh, this is it. They don't need to be filmed on the same day, but they do.
The term that you have to learn is universality. If the name of the character is Jordan, Jordan, and you spell the name Gordann.
This is in the dialogue, or it's Jordan Smith.
And you say Jordan Smith one time, and then you say Jordan another time. It will screw you up.
So now when you look at a cast report, there are characters named Jordan, and
Jordan
Smith.
Yes.
Jordan Smith.
Yes.
All of the different things that you have used to call that character.
Every film that I've ever worked on that I've broken down has had this issue.
Including ours.
Of course.
And sometimes this might happen. Jordan's getting introduced, but he's not really even spoken yet. A man in his mid-30s walks up.
Yes. Oh.
And then it has the line, man.
Right.
Oh, hi, how are you doing today?
Right.
And then he says, well, I'm Jordan. I'm Jordan Smith. Nice to meet you. Mm-hmm. And now that he's named himself, his name will be Jordan for the rest of the script. But he will have lines possibly as man. I don't like that.
Did we tell people it was raining?
It's raining. So now you have a scene floating around out there with man in it, and you don't know your actor has to be there that day. The reason I'm bringing this up is because when you're working on your strip board, you're removed from the script and you're only looking at the strip board now.
Okay, so for those who don't know, that's a little bit more specific.
Okay, so
what is a strip board?
Well, you take the breakdown of the script, which is all the scenes, all the little descriptions under it, the page numbers, how many pages long it is, all the characters in it. Okay, it's all on one strip. And you move those in the strip board, just like you would index cards on a wall.
I think index cards is a great example. I feel like a strip board is a computer's version of index cards.
Yeah. And so you're moving them all and stacking them up in the order you're shooting them and to that day.
Right.
So like day 1 of 15.
We're doing 36, we're doing 52, we're doing 17A, and we're doing...
But I'm warning you, this is why I'm warning you. If scene 32 says, the scene heading is exterior parking lot night, and the character in it is man, that scene is not going to get put in the right place.
And you're like showing up and going, and like, where the hell is Jordan? Well, we just thought man was supposed to be here. Well, who the hell is man?
He is man.
Yes.
So the parking lot didn't say hospital parking lot, and the character name did not say Jordan.
Yes.
And people are like, well, he hasn't been introduced yet, and you have to call him man and all these fucking rules. Then introduce him. Just call him Jordan.
Universality.
The reader of your script is not reading a detective novel. They actually need information.
Well, even though we are talking about forensics right now.
Well, I understand. The mystery of who man is irrelevant.
Right.
And I have seen scripts where this happened so many times. Like, it was just like woman, man, child.
Yeah, it was.
And they wouldn't give them a character name until they were introduced as a person's name.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster.
Slight aside. Name all your characters. Just do it.
Just give them a damn name.
Just give them a damn name. An actor doesn't like when they look down and it says...
And their waitress.
They don't have a name. It doesn't matter if the audience never actually sees their name.
Right.
Or we hear their name. It doesn't make any difference.
Let me suggest you do this. Call the waitress Amy the waitress.
Great. Amy the waitress.
That actually helps costume department. Maybe Amy the waitress is significant and she can have a name tag. This is Amy.
Right.
And whether or not she ever introduces herself is irrelevant.
You're giving respect.
Yeah, on IMDb now, when the characters are listed.
I played Amy the waitress. Horror number 1.
Gunman B.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody likes that. Just give them a damn name.
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsor, Movie Mode Merch, the graphic t-shirt store to outfit you for your next film set. Be the person wearing the t-shirt everyone asks, hey, where'd you get that shirt? Cast and crew alike love these inside jokes and filmmaking-inspired designs. Check them out on Insta at Movie Mode Merch.
In your scene heading, don't worry about fucking mystery.
Right.
Just say hospital, parking lot.
Right.
Hospital, bathroom. Hospital, doctor's office.
If you're trying to break down your own script and to know what a scene is, what a scene is.
Yes, sir!
So many people don't know what a scene is.
Okay, a setup is a scene. That means anytime you have to move a light, it's a scene. That's my qualification. You and I are sitting in the living room. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. Okay, you get up to answer the door.
All right.
It's a pizza pizza man. And the pizza man's delivering us a pizza.
Right.
You take the pizza.
Right.
And then we both go to this table to eat our pizza. That's 3 scenes. We started in the living room.
We started here, went to the door,
and ended here.
and ended here.
Why is that 3 scenes? It's all happening at the Kring house.
Right.
Kring house living room.
Right.
Kring house front door. Kring house dining room.
Right.
Those are your scene headings, people.
Right.
So that we see it all happens at the Kring house. The reason is because the lighting setup we have for the living room, and then tweaking that, let's say for close-ups in the living room, are not going to work at the door.
Right.
Can you run it all as one scene?
You can.
Yes, you can.
You want to go all David Fincher with this pizza guy? Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, but then when I get up to join you in the dining room, that's a scene because the dining room needs lighting.
Right.
And the crew is going to have to move from the living room
Right.
to the door.
Right.
The sound guy can't be getting the door in the living room
Right.
on a boom. And then they're going to have to move to the dining room. Another thing, I fucking hate A, B, C, D, E, F, G on scenes. I fucking hate it. Okay? This
Okay.
is why.
This is just an opinion.
No,
Some
it's
people
not.
love it. Some
I'm
people love
telling
this
you,
shit.
it's fucking stupid. When you're looking at your strip board or you're looking at your breakdown and you see, I have 90 scenes in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Scene 12.
Right.
That was us here getting pizza.
Right.
And then you see scene 90.
Right.
And that's the end of the film. We ride off into the sunset.
But in that little scenario, you have
12.
12A and 12B.
The living room is 12. The pizza door is 12A.
Right.
The dining room is 12B.
Right.
The problem is every scene that gets broken down into an A or B, I may still be looking at scene 1 through scene 90, but I may have 150 scenes.
You may.
So when I think in my head, okay, we have 90 scenes that we're shooting for 10 days. That means we have to shoot 9 scenes a day.
Right.
That's
But-
wrong.
That's wrong because you have 150 scenes.
You have 150 scenes to
Right.
shoot
Right.
in 10 days. That is not 9 scenes a day.
No.
And you will
And now
be
you're shooting
fucked
15 scenes a day and you are not getting that.
when you're doing your polishes, and make sure that all of these things are addressed to save yourself time, because what if you hand this script off to someone?
Right.
It's a PDF, and a PDF is not terribly editable. And they are like, okay, and we're breaking down this script, and here's scene 12, and there's no 12A or B, there's no 12, 13, 14.
Right.
And then they don't catch it, and they get to set, and they're like, oh God, we only have an hour.
Right.
And this scene is actually 3 setups.
Yes.
It happens.
It happens all the time.
I'll see something like, okay, the character's in the bathroom. All of a sudden, like, the camera is seeing someone knocking on the door or something going on in the kitchen. And then it's back to the person in the bathroom. But that's just the bathroom scene.
Right.
But that's a cut-in
Right.
we have to shoot that we didn't know about.
Right.
And what if that actor's not here the day we're shooting the bathroom?
Right.
That cut-in has to be a new scene.
Right. And
Just properly scheduled.
And the idea that you would basically, as you write it, you would write in the cut in, but then you would say, okay, well, this is 12, this is 12, and then the cut in is like 12A, and it's like, no,
It's 13.
Yeah, it's 13. That's what it is.
It should not be A, B, C, D, E, okay? I am fully and utterly against that. I would rather have 150 scenes than 90 when I'm looking at it.
Right.
Because 90 feels like, oh, man, we got no problems. We're
Right.
gonna knock this out, this shootout, no problem.
Right.
But it's actually 150.
You really have to be completely prepared so that when the thing that happens that you're unprepared for, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to deal with all of the things that you should have prepared for, and then also dealing with the thing that you were unprepared for, that's when you become overwhelmed.
Well, I had a situation one time come up where there were so many scenes inside one scene, like our living room,
Yes.
pizza man dining room scene,
Yes.
that you would shoot scene 12 on 3 different days.
Oh.
And people were like, wait, hold on, scene 12, we already had 12. But because the script had gotten broken down and not numbered properly. Badly done. We had to keep shooting 12.
Phone calls.
That's a good one to bring up, because, like, okay, let's say you're in the car talking to me and I'm at the house.
Right.
Those are 2 scenes.
Right.
If you intend to show both sides of the conversation.
If you intend to show that.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, I'm scene 20, you're scene 21.
Right.
Okay. And then we'll say we're going to be intercutting between scene 20 and 21.
Right.
But if it's just scene 20.
Right.
And it starts with me on the phone in the living room.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, I'm talking to you in a car. How's that working?
I know it seems like, oh, well, everybody is always going to be available at all times on set.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They get flown in.
They're
get flown
not.
out.
And if you have a phone call and you have to get the voiceover while that person is there,
right,
of that phone call, or you shoot the other side of the phone call, which is better anyway.
When you can, just shoot both sides of the phone call.
Just shoot both sides of a phone call.
Have the actor who's supposed to be on the phone do the call. Just have them do it. Like, that works the absolute best. That way they can have continuity of character throughout the whole phone call. And some PA a mile away isn't doing it, because your actor's got nothing to work with if some rando PA's doing it.
And
the timing's bad.
It's so funny when you have to, like, okay, I gotta go walk way over here so that I can talk to this person to where there's not an echo on the phone, and then it's a whole thing, man.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Another thing. Okay, when you've written the script, and you've done your best, and then you've gone back through and you've polished, and you've gone back through and you've checked that it's a good shooting script, that all of these things have been addressed. And there's a lot more things, that could be addressed.
We'll do another podcast and we'll talk about more stuff too.
It has your scene numbers and it has all your, everything figured out and looking good. Then please share that PDF with people. I detest when actors have a PDF that has no scene numbers on it. It causes so much extra work. Your script is not a piece of art. It is the directions for assembling an IKEA dresser. I don't care if it looks like a novel. I need it to say scene 20 so that when I tell my actor, you're in scene 20 tomorrow.
Right.
They can look at their fucking script and see scene 20 there.
Right.
And they don't say, well, what page is that on? And then I'm looking at my breakdown script, which is actually like 10 times more pages than theirs. And I have to know what page it is in the real script that they have. Please stop the insanity.
It's very, very annoying.
Well, and, in the heat of the moment, and 10 different things are flying in the air at the same time. It's like scene 20, and the actor's just sitting there. They don't even know what to look at. And then I've heard this many times. Well, I didn't even understand what scene it was, so I haven't learned my lines yet.
Oh, no.
How many times have I heard that shit?
Oh, my God. Don't try to learn as you go. Learn them all.
Learn them all. Okay, that rant is done. I have worked on productions where call sheets were just the bane of your existence. You're up very late doing them and sending them sometimes because of whatever. It is required that when a human being receives a call sheet, that they reply with, copy that, got it, great, see you tomorrow, whatever.
Right.
Just a thumbs up. Who cares?
Something.
You must respond to the call sheet.
Right.
If you do not, I'm not going to assume you fucking got it, because people are annoying. You will be woken up by me 30 minutes after midnight asking, did you see your call sheet?
Right.
Now, you're causing me to have to stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning.
Right.
Confirming all the call sheets that people won't just say, copy that too.
Right. And then
I hate you.
And then you also had to wake them up, and they hate you too.
You don't have to write a fucking paragraph.
No. Got it.
Just say thanks. Next thing about the call sheet, not everybody understands how to read them. You may be dealing with a variance of experience, and not everybody understands it. I know what you're thinking.
How many places can we put that motherfucking address on the call sheet?
I know. I put the address, like, where to go. People who prove to me that they're going to have a hard time with a call sheet, whether that be getting to a location on time.
Yes.
If you don't show up on time, now you're on my shit list and you will be getting a call with every call sheet until you start arriving on time.
Yes.
If you start arriving on time, I'll leave you alone at 1
That's
a.m.
right.
and you can sleep.
Exactly.
But if you prove to me you are not an adult who can manage their time
This
and
is
get
true.
their little bodies to set, you will be treated as a child.
Tough to hear.
Because
Tough to hear.
understand, yeah, it's tough to hear. One person late 30 minutes can throw my entire day into chaos.
Absolutely.
And I don't care. I don't want to hear about Burger King didn't give me my croissant sandwich in time. There was a long line at fucking McDonald's for my coffee. I don't want to hear about traffic. I don't want to hear about sleep in your goddamn car if you think you can't get to set on time.
I mean,
This is cast and crew.
this is here's the thing. This sounds harsh, but this is, imagine that IKEA that you're putting together. You are one of the slats. We can't put this thing together without you.
Right.
And everybody is just standing around holding their dicks and or monkeys because they're waiting on you.
I think it should be bananas or monkeys.
Well, yeah, okay, bananas or monkeys. That's true. Good point. We're not trying to be harsh here. It's just that it doesn't work without everybody in unison, in symphony with each other.
Your part is not just your part. You're part of a whole group.
It's everybody's part.
It's like if cholera broke out on a ship coming from the UK to America and we're all pilgrims and somebody has cholera, guess what? We're all gonna get cholera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
True.
We're all sick now.
Right.
And because you can't show up on time, now the second AD is having to go not pay attention to their job and call and make sure you got a confirmed call sheet and you understand where to be tomorrow.
Right.
Right.
And you're just like, why is everybody upset with me? We all have to agree to take care of each other. And you have to do your part. You have to be there. You have to be dependable for everyone else, just like they have to be dependable and do their job for you. One person goes rogue, one person doesn't care as much as everybody else. It's over.
Well, it's not over, but you're going to cause me to stick a hot poker up your ass and make you care.
Right.
You're going to get treated differently.
Right.
You're going to get treated like a person who is no longer an adult, but a person who, we have to hold hands when we cross the street now. I got to go. I got to call.
You got to call. Okay, wait. So are we finishing?
We're finishing. I love you very much.
This is the end of the podcast. We love you. Bye.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies. Jon and Tracy will meet you for breakfast tomorrow. Thanks to our sponsor, Movie Mode Merch, comfortable graphic tees made by and for awesome filmmakers to wear on set and off. Check them out on Insta at Movie Mode Merch.